everyone, welcome to Crypto Horizon. I'm Nick, as always, and today I want to show you a very interesting tool for creating AI commercial videos. It's Smart Shot by OpenArt, and the main thing here isn't just writing a prompt and getting some random AI clip. That's how almost all AI video tools work. You enter text, wait for generation, get a result, and then it's just luck. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes the character changes, sometimes the camera's weird, and sometimes scenes aren't even connected. For basic fun, that's fine. But if you're making e-commerce ads, product demos, brand visuals, or commercial creative, you need more than a pretty picture. You need structure, shot logic, a clear style, and you need the video to look like a well-planned commercial scene, not just some random AI experiment. And that's where Smart Shot differs from typical AI video generators. It first creates a shot plan, which is a full production plan for the scene. Characters, environment, storyboard, camera angles, camera movement, lighting, mood, color palette, and shot sequence. And only then, based on that plan, is the final video generated. So here, you're not just a prompt engineer, you're more like a director. You provide the idea, and Smart Shot helps turn it into a complete visual concept. In short, Smart Shot works within OpenArt and uses two powerful models. The first part is GPT Image 2. It creates the shot plan itself, how the scene should look, the characters or product, the environment, the storyboard, lighting, camera, and the visual style. The second part is Seedance 2.0. It then turns that plan into the final video. So you can think of GPT Image 2 as the director's brain planning the scene, and Seedance 2.0 as the execution that turns that scene into video. And the best part is, the user doesn't have to work with each model separately. You just describe the idea, and Smart Shot handles the entire workflow itself. Now let's test this on a commercial example, because fantasy scenes with gods, dragons, and space are nice, but I'm much more interested in how useful this is for real advertising. For example, you have an e-commerce product, coffee, cosmetics, a gadget, clothing, food, a digital product, an AI tool, a crypto platform, whatever. And you need to quickly create an ad idea. Normally, you'd have to think about references, storyboards, cameras, lighting, the scene, even the mood. But here, you can start with one simple phrase. For example, premium commercial for a coffee brand, luxury coffee package, coffee beans, steam, warm morning light, smooth cinematic camera movement, elegant product close-ups. So I'm just describing an ad idea for a premium brand without complex prompt engineering or massive technical text. Just a normal human idea. And now let's see what Smart Shot does. This is where it gets really interesting, guys. Smart Shot doesn't just make the video right away. First, it creates a shot plan. And this is the key point you need to understand. It shows how the scene should look, what the shots will be, where the product close-up goes, where the wide shot is, where the detail shot of coffee beans is, and how the camera will move, as well as what the lighting, atmosphere, and final hero shot should be. So it no longer looks like a typical AI prompt, but like a proper pre-production document. This is pretty much how commercials are planned. First, you don't just film random shots. First, you understand exactly what you want to show. Also, how the viewer should see the product and what emotion should be in the frame. That's why I wouldn't call Smart Shot just an AI video generator, because the main value here isn't just in the final video. The main value is in the shot plan. If you worked in advertising, you know that a pretty video without structure often doesn't work. You can make a pretty AI image, but that's not an ad yet. An ad must guide the viewer. It must show the product, create a mood, and explain the idea while providing a clear visual focus. And ideally, do it quickly. Smart Shot helps with exactly that. It first gives you a creative plan and only then the final result. And it's especially useful for e-commerce brands, product videos, social media ads, brand design, AI content creators, agencies, and freelancers, as well as digital products in crypto and Web3 projects. Basically, for everyone who needs to make visuals quickly and with high quality. Now I'm starting the final video generation based on this shot plan. And what's important here is that the video isn't just created from one random phrase. It's created based on an already prepared director's plan. The AI already understands what the shot should be, what the style should be, the product focus, and the overall atmosphere. And let's see the result. Right here, friends, you can see that the video looks more cohesive than a typical random AI clip. There are product close-ups, there's lighting, camera movement, commercial video feel, and visual logic. And of course, it's still AI. I'm not going to say that every result will be perfect on the first try, Sometimes you'll need to regenerate, fix some details, or refine the editing. But as a starting point for an ad creative, this is really powerful, because you don't just get a finished video file, you get the whole process. A simple idea, a shot plan, structure, the final video, and that's a complete creative workflow. Let's try a second example, simpler and more social media friendly. A very short prompt, you can see it on the screen now, but the point of the text is to see if Smart Shot can turn such a simple idea into a proper advertising structure. And again, it first creates a shot plan. Not just one random clip, but a small advertising logic. Scene, problem, product, reaction, final shot. This is very important because many short ads are built exactly like this. First the situation, then the problem, then the product, and the result. And a final memorable shot. When the AI understands this structure, the result becomes much more useful. More useful for advertising because it's no longer just a pretty generation, it's an attempt to build a commercial concept. Now, another project closer to my audience, let's say we want to make an ad for a tech product, an AI tool, crypto dashboard, Web3, fintech, or a futuristic gadget. The prompt, accordingly, could be the one you're seeing on the screen right now. And here, Smart Shot creates a shot plan once again. It thinks through the visual style, lighting, shots, product reveal, camera movement, and mood, and then generates the final video. And for digital products, friends, this is a very interesting scenario because often these projects need a lot of visuals for ads, landing pages, social media, and presentations, as well as investor materials or just creative tests. And instead of starting from scratch every time, you can quickly get a visual direction and build from there. Briefly speaking, regarding how Smart Shot differs from regular AI, I'd highlight a few points. First, it plans first and then it generates. Second, it creates more than just a video shot plan. Third, it helps maintain the style and logic of the shots. Fourth, it provides intentional camera movement, close-up, wide shot, push-in, orbit, dolly, and other techniques. Fifth, it's easier for the user. You don't need to write complex, huge prompts. You just describe the idea and Smart Shot turns it into a directorial structure. That's why the phrase from their concept is very accurate. You are not a prompt engineer, you are the director. You're not just writing text, you're setting the direction. If I were using Smart Shot in a real workflow, this is how I do it. For example, premium coffee, a funny ad, or a futuristic tech product. Then I let Smart Shot create a shot plan. After that, I don't rush to generate right away. First, I look at the plan itself. The shots, lighting, product focus, camera movement, and what the final shot is. If everything's okay, then I start the generation. If something's needed, I change the details, and then I use the result as an advertising concept. And this, friends, is a normal workflow for quickly creating advertising ideas. My honest opinion, Smart Shot isn't a magic button that always makes a perfect video on the first try. It's still AI, and sometimes the result needs some fine-tuning. But the main strength of Smart Shot is that it provides a much stronger starting point. You don't start with an empty prompt, but with a full shot plan. For advertising, e-commerce, design, and product videos, it's really useful. If you want to try Smart Shot from OpenArt, the link will be in the description below the video. Also, for my audience, there's a special promo code that you can see on the screen right now. It gives a 15% discount for a month. Inside OpenArt, you get a workflow with GPT Image 2 and Cdance 2.0, so all the necessary info will be in the description. Go check it out, get familiar with it, and use this product. You are on the Crypto Horizon channel. With you was, as always, Yannick. See y'all soon, and bye.